Good afternoon. My name is Leela, and today we're going to be talking about a topic that has been in debate for a long time, and this topic pertains to listening to music while taking a test in a classroom. And first, before we get on to the main pointers, I would like for you to just close your eyes and think about a time when you had to take a big test back in school, however long ago that may be. I want you to close your eyes and just think about all the feelings that you had while you were getting ready to take this big test that could potentially determine whether or not you passed that class. And I know for myself, while I was thinking about this, I remember the anxiety that I felt and the stress that came along with it. So, my point of having you remember that is because children today in high school and middle school still face the stressors and anxiety of taking a test without listening to music. I know for myself, listening to music helps me relax and I enjoy it because it's a great stress reliever for myself personally. But I wanted to do my discussion on this and to look into research and see what scientists have said and what other teachers have also said about allowing their children to listen to music, their students to listen to music while they were taking a test. So, for the body of the speech, I would like to first show you my visual aid, and this is a graph, and this graph says effects music have on children who are testing. And this test was done, and it was based off of research done on musiconthebrain.99.org. And this graph was tested on children who were all honor roll students in the state of Massachusetts, and they were tested, and after they took the test, they were asked to chart what they felt while they were taking the test and listening to music. So as you can see, the green portion right here, these students said that they had less anxiety while they were actually taking the test. This other pink section, which is not as big as the green, but still relatively large in numbers, said that they felt more relaxed. This purple part right here said that they felt no change when they were listening to music than when they regularly do without the music. And the orange up here were the students who said they were actually unable to concentrate while listening to music while they were testing. So once again, these results were based off of the website www.musiconthebrain.99.org. So the first point I would like to bring up is that music is a natural stress reliever. There was a test done on patients who were getting ready to go into surgery. They were pre-op, and they had scientists come in, and they were randomly chosen. 25 of them were randomly chosen to listen to music before they were going into surgery to help try to release the anxiety that they were feeling. And the other 25 patients were given medication to help reduce their anxiety. After the surgery was over, the scientists then went back into each one of the patients' room and charted how they felt after the surgery and how the music or the medication made them feel. And the 25 who listened to music said that they felt less stressed and they felt that their anxiety was decreased by listening to music. And the patients who were on medication also said that they felt less stressed. However, when they did lab results, the patients who listened to music, their cortisol levels were lower than those who were on medication. So I thought that personally was very interesting, and I thought that showed how music can be a great stress reliever, because now teenagers have so much more going on in their lives than what they did when I was in high school, and then when our parents or the older generation had when they were going to high school. So their stress levels are a little bit higher now. So anything we can do to help children release their stress before they take a test, I think is a great option. Another thing is that music is a natural mood stabilizer. When you listen to music, there has been studies that have been done, and one in particular was from CNN, and the article was called Music on the Brain. It's the same website that I got the graph from. And this study said that when people were listening to music, they were able to chart the different reactions that the people were having while they were listening to music, and they found that their mood was actually increased while they were listening to music. So my theory on that is that if you're taking a test and your mood is happier, then that's going to put you at a greater place when you're taking a test. If you're in a happier mood, then altogether you're going to have a better outlook on your testing. If you go into a test and you feel that you're down and you're already at a negative standpoint, then you're not going to be as confident with choosing your answers. So I believe that listening to music while testing it increases your dopamine, which is the chemical hormone that scientists were saying is released while these people were listening to music, is a great way to help up their test scores. And lastly, I know that one of the questions that may arise is what happens if students were recording their answers onto music while they were listening to it, and I will say that the solution to that is that each student have to come into the classroom, and the teachers will have their own CD players and their own music, and those are the only choices that the students will be allowed to have while they're taking their test. They cannot bring their own music in. They have to use the music that's designated by the teachers. So while having that, the chances of cheating will be lessened. So during this speech, we have talked about the benefits of allowing children to listen to music. We've also looked into different researches that have been done by different scientists. We have talked about the references, and that's www.musiconthebrain.99.org. There's also another website that I was able to get some of my sources from that was talking about the chemical and the cortisol and the dopamine, and that website was www.whatisonyourmind.org. And the other website that I have is www.musicisgoodforhealth.org. And those were where I found a lot of my researches that I was able to comment on and dig into and find more benefits about music. So my intention of having this speech was not to put down anybody who doesn't listen to music while they're testing, but to bring an insight on how well and the benefits of listening to music while taking a test. So I personally believe that listening to music is a great option while taking a test, and I think that the research that I have has backed it up and has given a better insight on why we should allow music while children are testing. Thank you.